Rutherford Issues with Bryan Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNSradio.com.
Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. United Communications, that MTE internet company, well, they deliver fast, lightning fast, 99.99% reliable fiber internet to homes and businesses. Somewhere around 17,000 coming to Murfreesboro here soon. So be sure to check that out. MTE.com/internet. That's MTE.com/internet. MTE very busy. The Northwest Broad Street from really Checkers to Chewy's still closed as MTE works to erect a new power pole there from a crash that happened very early this morning. It's been at least 4 hours that this has been going on, and traffic still being diverted, so still kind of messy through that area. So steer clear if you can. Something that isn't messy, that's our friends over at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Rutherford County. I'm sure you had to, maybe some people that were headed to the club this morning had to deal with that right there over on Jones. So Michelle Clifford, good morning.
Good morning, Brian. How are you?
Doing great. Wonderful. Wonderful as always. Always good to talk to you.
Friday.
Yeah.
I know.
You know, this is a good Friday. I'm glad.
I know. It's that first Friday of the summer. Like, we made it. We did it.
I know. And it's for different reasons. But if tomorrow were another weekday, I don't know if I'd have enough energy to pull it out. But we'll do what we can.
Uh-huh.
So
I know the feeling.
I bet all of the folks over at both the Murfreesboro and Smyrna locations are pretty tired this week after the first full week of summer.
They are. This was their first week of summer with the kids. We have, between both Murfreesboro and Smyrna, we have over 700 kids registered for our summer programs. So if you happen to drive by Murfreesboro and you hear some noises and some laughing and screaming, just know the kids are packed to the gills in there, and that's what you're hearing. But it's all fun. I'm sure our neighbors hear us in Murfreesboro and Smyrna all day during this summer. But who doesn't love kids laughing and having fun? So I know our staff is exhausted, but they are working so hard. They work so hard just to they start planning for the summer, Christmas time, and just put so much time and effort and work into the summer program for the kids. And now it's time to execute, and it's going to be so much fun.
So this means what? I mean, I guess before it was just afternoon, having your afternoon and evening and all, but now you do everything from feed them in the morning to get them ready to tuck in at night, right?
That's right. We do everything besides wake them up and tuck them in at night. I mean, we still have a partnership with the schools, and we feed the children while we have them during the summer, breakfast and lunch. The schools feed them for us. They come over and use our facilities and feed the children breakfast and lunch, no cost to our children. They're on a feeding program. And then through donations for us, we feed them an afternoon snack as well. So they eat while they're here. We feed them while they're here. We keep them going. We keep them fun with a purpose. There's lots of fun happening, but there's also lots of programming happening where they are continuing to, learn new things, work on new things, stay active, all the great things that we look forward to for our children.
So that's interesting about the schools coming in and doing that. And I know the city has like chow buses that go around and things like this. So they actually send people to come and prepare the food from city or county, I guess. Yeah. At the club.
That's right. We're a feeding site for the schools during the summer. And they feed 700 kids a day at our schools. They feed them breakfast. At our clubs, they feed them breakfast and lunch.
Wow. Good
That's
stuff.
1,400 meals, Brian. Can you make 1,400 meals in one day?
No. Is it that many a day? I guess. Yeah. With all the kids.
If it's breakfast and lunch.
Yeah. And you got Smyrna too included in that, I'm sure, right?
That's right. That's between both clubs. So I guess 700 at each club meals a day. That's still a lot.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
still
Yeah.
a ton of food going in and out every day. So,
Uh,
but lots of fun. It's funny. I was at the club one day this week, and as soon as I walked in, it was just that smell. It's the first thing I said. I was like, smells like summer lunches. It's if you can remember when you're in elementary school and you walk into the cafeteria, it's not a bad smell. It's just very, you just remember it. It's very distinct. And I was like, oh, it is summertime at the club. I smell the lunches.
that's not a bad thing. It makes you kind of hungry too, I bet.
Yeah, it does. Yes, when I sat in the clubs, their meals were good. Their breakfasts were really good.
So, in terms of some of the programming that you've got going on, it's more than just the meals, obviously,
That's
and
right.
I'm sure the schedule is jam packed, and you even take some field trips during the week too. So maybe talk a little bit about some of that.
Okay, sure. Yeah, our schedule is jam packed. Every day you will see buses coming and going from our clubs, from our sites, taking groups of kids out places, bringing them back in. They will go everywhere from like the skate center to Stars and Stripes bowling to splash pads, the Discovery Center, Urban Air movies. They'll go swimming, they'll go play laser tag. They're going to what is it, the Adventure Science Center in Nashville. They're going to the Adventure Science Center. Um, I know I'm leaving some out. Those are just what's coming to my head, but I'm telling you all day, every day, those buses are coming and going, taking the kids in their groups to different places. So lots of fun field trips. It's never a dull moment. The kids are always what's next on the schedule, what's next in the schedule, and we keep them moving. And we even go to movies. But in worked into all of that when they're at the club, we have programming that we do with them from healthy habits and learning how to maybe make healthy snacks to art programs where they'll do all sorts, like more than just color or paint. There'll be 3D. I've seen them make paper mache. I've seen them make little bowls out of I don't know. It looks like yarn, but it's not yarn. I don't know. I'm clearly not the art teacher, but they do all sorts of fun different art activities. We have a summer reading program that goes on all summer where we hire educators to come in and they work on reading with our children so that they don't have that summer reading loss or any of our children who may not be quite up to grade level. They work with them specifically to meet them where they are and work to bring them to grade level by the time school year starts so that they're ready to go. We have a virtual reality program where kids use the VR goggles and can explore different careers. So you can put them on and explore being like a chef and preparing a meal, or you can put them on and explore um, working on cars, or I don't know, a radio. They may put them on and they may be you, Brian, sitting behind the microphone in a radio and looking at the board and running all that stuff. So that's a really cool, unique one that we've just started the past, I think this is our second year to do that. And ramp it up. So that's a fun, unique one that we're doing all the way to our teens. I mean, we have teens are back and they're back in our teen centers, and we have programming specifically for our teens, financial literacy programming for our teens, where we partner with local banks and they come in and talk to our kids about, I mean, bank accounts and how to open one and how to balance them and how to watch, make sure you're not spending more money than you have in your account and how all that works. So it is a good time. I know our interview is limited, but I could talk for days about all that they do during the summer.
Well, if you find someone using that radio console VR or whatever, let me know, because that's somebody I want up here.
I know, right?
So all of this fun happens all summer, and I mean, what about holidays during the summertime? 4th of July is, of course, I guess the big one.
Yeah, that's right. So we are only closed on the 4th of July. It falls on a Friday this year.
Oh, a long 3-day
That's the only day
weekend.
we're closed.
Yeah.
Oh yes. My daughter's birthday is the day before, so she's gonna get this long holiday weekend. Um, but yes, so that's the only day we're closed is the 4th. So we really try and stay open. We understand, during the summer and anytime parents are working and they may not be off. And so we really try to be open for the kids. We want to be there when kids need us most. And so we close very minimal.
Awesome. We're talking with Michelle Clifford today, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Rutherford County going strong this summer. Summer is underway. This is the first full week. Kiddos are out of school and going pretty strong with all of that. I know summertime also means not only that for Boys and Girls Club, but also steak and burger.
Steak and burger, Brian. It's coming. It's a week from yesterday. So it's next Thursday, June 12th. And so it is coming fast.
So Cedric the Entertainer, I mean, if you go by on Jones, you'll see that you've got his name spelled out on the fence still, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We do. Yep. Cedric the Entertainer is our entertainer. Very redundant, but he's our entertainer this year. Brian, he grew up in a Boys and Girls Club. And so he really enjoys giving back to Boys and Girls Clubs. He gives back on a national level as well. In fact, just maybe a month ago, he was inducted into the Boys and Girls Club Hall of Fame. Cedric was. And so Boys and Girls Clubs are his home, is his second home, and we're excited to have him coming this year. He's gonna be hilarious. I mean, I cannot wait. When the event is going, I'm here, there, and yonder, everywhere, buzzed around like a bee. But when he starts, I plan on sitting down and listening and being like, this is my entertainment too. I'm very, very excited. He's gonna be so funny. And then just that he understands the mission and why he's there, I think is gonna be even more special this year.
Well, that is coming up next Thursday, you say. So
Correct.
The 12th. And part of that event is an auction. You have a live auction. There's some online too, isn't it? Or is it all live?
No, you're right. We have a live and a silent. Our silent auction goes live tonight. Today's Friday. Tonight at 6:30. And so we will email out a link. We will put the link up on our Facebook. We will put it everywhere we can think to put it. And you can click on that link and browse all of our silent auction items. And we have some really good ones. And you can bid. You do not have to be present at the event to bid on our silent auction and to win any items. And so I would encourage people to just look. We have stuff ranging from artwork that local artists have made for us, and we have artwork that our kids have worked on at the club for this event, and made for the event, which is really special. And we have all the way to trips. We have some trips in our silent auction that are Caribbean trips. That sounds really nice right now. Caribbean trip. And fun experiences, and there's something for everybody in our silent auction. So again, you don't have to be present at the event to bid, and that will go live tonight.
And then you've got some trips to Italy, the Grand Canyon, Nashville Predators package, the Masters. Really, nobody can get into the Masters.
Yes, the Masters. Along with 2 night stay in Augusta and transportation from your hotel to the tournament and back, so you don't have to worry about a parking pass and parking. But those coveted Masters tickets, we have 2 of them for the Friday round at the Masters. So that's exciting. That's brand new to us. We're excited to have that.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting. Is that part of the live auction?
Hello?
Yes. Is that part of the live auction? I don't know. We're having a little connection issue for some reason.
I know, sorry. It is. It's part of our live auction. The Masters is. So any golfers who are going to be there, get excited because this is your chance. Are you a golfer, Brian?
I am not.
I'm not either.
Not whatsoever.
I will top golf and I will goonie golf, but that's about it. We've done putt shack, my family and I will say I win often.
Okay.
I'll just leave that there. But it'll be, I think, what an experience for anybody, even if you're not a golf fan. I mean, everybody knows the Masters.
So don't forget Steak and Burger next week. And can people, the online auction, that starts, you're sending out the link. That's what you said, right? Tonight that opens.
Tonight at 6:30. That will be up to bid on. So check it out.
Well, we got about a minute left or so here, Michelle. And tell me about this mock job fair for the teens.
afternoon, and we have a bunch of different companies around town that are coming in to help, all the way from like Chick-fil-A to MTSU. And they're gonna just do a mock job fair with our kids, let the kids see what's out there for our teens, and how it would look to even talk to a prospective employee, in the way you should present yourself and dress and all the things. So we're excited that our community leaders are stepping up to work with our youth on, resumes, interviews, all that important stuff.
Yeah. So that's when is that again?
This month, that's June 28th.
June 28th.
And we are doing that.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's on a Saturday. So very good. Tons going on at the Boys and Girls Club. A fun time. If you've never been by, maybe go by and set up, maybe have a tour during the summertime. If you ever want to see the liveliness of the Boys and Girls Club, now's the time, right?
Thank you for having me, Bryan, as always.
Yes, yes. Well, we'll talk to you soon, Michelle. Thanks so much for being here with us today. And that's Michelle Clifford joining us today with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Rutherford County. Don't forget, if you missed part of the program, the podcast will be up shortly. WGNSradio.com. Look under podcast, then Rutherford Issues. Can't miss it. All right. Have a good one. We'll see you back here next time on News Radio, WGNS 1019, 100.5, WGNSradio.com.